Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. This defense for the Niners, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And now Joe Judge going to turn to an official and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On play action, Allen. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for the Giants.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Flushed out right. First down and more for Allen. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. First carry for Nick Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Lance's throw here taken in by Knox. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Lance now on first down. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Stays on his feet. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick-6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Ski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Gano out to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for the Niners. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance drops it off for Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
Lance looks to throw again. Now he's forced out left. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here's Chubb on the read option. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. 5-3, their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them, and number one, the schedule.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Kenny Golladay. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Ready to get this next drive started. The New York offense at the line. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Finding Knox there, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lance dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Oh, nice move. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Tighten up. Pull it together.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Looking deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney, 82 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The Lance going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Lance again. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Knox. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw, it's Lance. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup there. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Lance fighting to stay upright. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Lance looking to throw it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. Hey, let's get in there. Mike's 50.
On play action, Allen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Gano the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Lance to throw it. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
He's going to let it go again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen steps away to his left. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, 2nd half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And we will not have a run back here as the 2nd half starts with a touchback. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the 2nd half. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. And he's got it complete to Anderson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Lance now on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Lance now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll run on first down. Galloway. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. There to make the tackle, Samson Ebukam. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Galloway. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On first down, Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Following the penalty, Chubb. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Is Lance on 3rd down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Lance. Flush to his right. That's complete to the tight end, Werner. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Back to throw. Lance finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Slice, 97. You better be afraid of me. Check your hot read.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, you don't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Mike 5-4.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Allen again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so. They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Allen. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Ball stays up. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. From left side, taken in by Galladay. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having...
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Gano for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Shotgun now for Lance.
He's going to let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong, whatever you call.